What's up with it, man? Y'all watching the Bay Bomber TV, man. Got an interview right now for y'all, man. My favorite Loke, man. Spotter Loke in the building, man.
My near, what it do from the
Man,
Bay, but from LA to the Yay area. What's up, Bay
man.
Bombers?
Not much, man. Shit, trying to get this interview in, man. I know you got stories like a motherfucker, man. For real.
Man, I've been on you this interview for a minute, bro. You ain't pressed me. You ain't switch up on me. Your energy ain't changed. We here now. Let's get it in. Well, I was born in the city of Compton in a hospital that no longer exists. And when I was 1 year old, my mother bought a house in Compton. My father, he resided on the east side of South Central, borderline Watts. So I feel like I got dual citizenship from Compton and South Central or Watts. The whole shit out here, Southern California, the ghetto, the trenches.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, I just naturally had a gift of poetry. You know, rap became a real popular thing when I was coming up, and I just naturally was inclined to rhyme. So it was just a natural attraction. Track, damn, that's a good question. The first track I think I could recall making was in a garage studio. The homie from Harvard Gangster, Lil Dax, I had parole, and I was telling him I wanted to rap, and he gave me a number to call. And when I got out, if I remember correctly, I went to a studio in his hood in the garage, and I think that's the first time I remember recording. I couldn't even tell you. Probably was Death Before Dishonor was the song I did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was your first. You think your first track was a banger?
Definitely, it was my first demo.
Oh,
What If, Death Before Dishonor, and I think I had another song on there. The first lick that I could say that happened for me industry-wise was I started, I got a big homie, a G homie from 190 named Wino. He made beats, a lot of beats for Coolio and others. So working with him, I got to work with Cam from Watts. The first time I was able to like go in the music store and buy a tape or a CD with my voice on it was when Cam allowed me on his Camnesia project, like in the year
all right,
2000.
all right. See, I ain't even know that. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Messing with Wino and Cam in that era, I met Sibo from Sacramento, and I worked with Sibo, Killer Tay, a few others, and then my big homie Ant, rest in peace. He used to run around real heavy with this dude named Magic from A7 Gangster, and Magic had a label called Done Deal Records, and Magic was having an audience with Suge Knight, and throughout the meetings, my big homie mentioned me, and one day I just got a call that Suge wanted to meet me because my big homie Ant spoke my name up at a meeting, and that went from there. I went and met him that night, rapped for him, and that's how that shit kicked off.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I ain't even know that either, man. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Sibo like one of my favorite rappers. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, ask him about the low. We've been through a lot.
Oh, all right, for sure, man. So you still in contact with Sibo?
Every blue moon on Instagram,
That's what's
he'll
up.
like a post, a comment, or something like that. If I hop in his DM, he respond, but we don't keep in constant communication. Shout out to the bald head nut though.
For sure, for sure.
No, but you know, I'm a Suge type, and there's others of us, and not necessarily bully, but a nigga known to have things his way, and so I just seen shit move out of Suge way. I ain't gonna classify him as no bully though. But I just seen
Yeah,
shit get out his way.
for sure. You still in contact with Suge?
That's nuts. Shout out to my boy BC from My Pyru. I recently been in contact with Suge. And my nephew Mason from Backstreet Watch, he on the yard with Suge. So I actually got to lay my eyes on Suge a couple months ago through being on Facebook Messenger. And my nephew turning the camera around. I saw Suge. Well, you know, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback. We wasn't there.
Yeah,
All I
yeah.
can say is, I knew everybody that was involved, and shit got active, got cracking, bro. I can't say he overreacted. He might feel like he overreacted. Others may, but I just see how everything jumped off. I heard different accounts of it, and he may have overreacted, but I don't know. I can't say that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, doing my thing. My brother was in Nashville doing his thing, and the people that he was with in Nashville was real close to Young Buck. And through Big Spider, long story short, I was able to make a connection with Young Buck through my big brother, meeting his peoples and meeting Buck before me. My brother brought Buck to the table. And then when I was able to meet Buck in Atlanta, I did my thing for him with the rap shit. And he was impressed to the point where he invited me to come to the Shorty Wanna Ride video shoot. And I met 50 Cent there and did my thing. And that's how that shit jumped off. I never seen that coming, bro. And I know they say a lot of people that do certain things, they'll overcompensate to try to make it seem like they solid and straight. But what I can say is, Buck had bitches. Bunch of them. Plenty of them. He seemed to be into the whole idea of a woman. So now in hindsight, maybe he was putting it on a little too thick. And I can also say this. Way back then, I used to hear whispers about people trying to clown Buck for them type of activities. But it was so far-fetched, I'm just thinking it's bullshit. So when it hit the fan and we realized it was real, that shit wasn't new, bro. They been saying that shit about him in his section.
Yeah, I think I heard somebody else talking about that too before the other one came out and said something.
Remember when you ever seen a clip of Buck being at a venue right by some police and metal detectors and he snatched a nigga up by the neck?
Nah, I don't remember that one.
It's a nigga named Starlito. Shout out to my nigga Starlito. Super
Yeah.
got bars. But him and Buck used to work together and fell out way before that shit came out. And Starlito put that shit out there way back. Buck bumped into him somewhere in public at a venue. He got the size difference over him, but the police was right there. He tried to grab the nigga up by his neck and shit. Some weird shit.
Man.
No, I don't got no. I really lost my respect for Buck when he was going through it with G Unit and 50 Cent, and he was parting ways, and he was trying to convince me to go with him, and I wasn't really feeling it. And he had been on the phone for some time trying to tell me, come on, let's jump ship, let's go. And I was resisting. And after maybe an hour or so, he finally said some shit like this. Hey, man, check this out. 50 told me a year ago he wasn't going to put your album out. That's when I lost all respect for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, simply, I was G-Unit cripping. He was G-Unitting, bro. That shit don't mix. We was occupying a small, shit don't mix. G-Unit, G-Unit crip didn't mix.
I remember that G-Unit shit too, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I was a big ass G-Unit fan though. I ain't gonna lie, so shit, I wasn't fucking with it like that. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right. But I no longer have no ongoing issues with Chuck. Shout out to the gang.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It was organic. Just what I just told you. 50 actually asked me to stay out of it.
All right. Shit, you in contact with any other G-Unit members?
No. People that was like road managers and people like that. Shout out to my nigga PR. He works for not Sirius, Shady. What's the radio where G-Unit radio?
Shady Radio, I think.
Yeah, he does a lot of radio. People like that I'm in touch with, not far as artists, no. I mean, 50, because being around 50 represented so much potential. And, that was the highest of what was available and what could go on. I enjoyed the camaraderie of all the homies. But being around 50 just represented this opportunity realizing opportunity. And whatever was going to happen around there as far as moving forward, it was going to go through him. So I guess that natural feeling of excitement, mostly being around 50, of course.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
I heard you say you was around Prodigy too.
Shout out to
So
Prodigy. Rest in peace, man, to the HNIC, my nigga.
RP, man, that's one of the coldest voices in hip hop, man, to this day still, man, for
Never
real.
lied.
For real. But like, man, he ever tell you any of those stories like he told in his book?
He actually mentioned me in his book a couple of times, man. He told me some stories. I haven't read the book. I only listened to the audio portions that was like pertaining to me. But I do know I've seen little clips of it where he talks about the physical pain that he was going through because of his illness. And he shared a lot of that with me personally and directly. Um, I was a lot more mentally Protestant Christian at the time I knew Prodigy. So up until the point he did that song Pearly Gates, we was around each other, but we had a big gap. It was distance. We didn't have no personal rapport really. Just nod, what up when we see each other, that was it. But when he did that song Pearly Gates, I got offended the way he was talking about Jesus. And out of the whole camp, nobody else was offended. And I had the fucking perception of being the most street gangster nigga around. And I couldn't help it. I had to get at him about how he was talking about Jesus. And it opened up a whole nother connection for he and I. And we got to talk about spirituality. And he kind of let me know he went too far on purpose, but really deep down, he wasn't trying to be as disrespectful as it sounded. And he and I got a lot closer after he realized, damn, Spider give a fuck about the subject of Jesus Christ that much that he got a problem with me behind that. He was shocked to know that I had that type of interest in me.
That's what's up, man. For real. They trying to take the good out the game right now anyway, man. For real.
Oh, they making it filthy. At first, it used to be obvious, you know, the part we played with the violence and all that. But now they trying to do it with that back doors, putting purses and dresses on. Man, oh man.
For real. It's definitely an agenda, man, and I see it, man, for real. I be trying to tell people it's an agenda out there and listen to these artists just for the music, you know what I'm saying? Not for lifestyle and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You gotta separate the two. Actual podcasting, shout out Alex Alonso, Street TV. Because what I had started doing on my own was streaming, just doing the monologue, the black box, just talking to y'all. And well, at one point before that, Reggie Wright, Bomb First, he had invited me to collab with he and Alex and on the Gangster Chronicles. So I believe that was my first. I did a few episodes over there and with Mob James. And that was that. And then after that time had passed, sometime down the line, Alex decided he wanted to get into the podcasting game. So he invested into a bunch of equipment. And once he set up his equipment, he called me and said, hey, bro, I just bought a bunch of equipment. I want to do some podcasting. I like what you do. And I think you should do a podcast. I want you to come and do it in my studio. So that's basically how I got my start with actual podcasting.
All right. So I see y'all still maintain like a relationship. So
no, I still got a show over there. Facts with Feelings. We've been on hiatus as far as filming. We haven't filmed in a while. We're trying to restructure the format. I don't want the pressure of having to have a guest every week. So I'm working on a co-host situation. So whether I have a guest or not, I can stick to a schedule of creating content. But once a week, myself, Munchie B, shout out to Munchie B, the mayor, and Alex Alonso do a podcast called Straight Politicking on Street TV still.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be tapped in.
Salute.
Show.
Oh, of course, definitely, man. You know, it's expanding. It's getting, you know, just like anything else, more people are doing it. It's like you see a new podcast every day. So if you miss the influx of the first wave, it's testing time. Some people just enjoy doing it. So they're not really worried about growth or progressing. But and some people, this is all they have. I'm somewhere in between. I have other things that I do as far as taking care of myself, but I do have a passion for podcasting at this point, and I'm looking forward to go further with it, develop more shows. My most recent show I developed is with my partner Scrap, Clichy 93 TV. It's his platform. We not only do we make a partnership between the Black Box and Clichy 93 TV, we have a show called Same Difference that he and I just did our first episode of.
Yeah.
He's from Armenia.
Oh, all right. I was gonna ask you about that too. So that was one of my questions I had for you.
Yeah, that's what
So
Clichy 93 is. His neighborhood. He grew up in London or France, I believe, and he grew up like in a ghetto. And Clichy 93 is that ghetto. So as
yeah,
he's grown in life, he has a passion. That's he named his platform behind the neighborhood he grew up in. I think that as you grow, learn, I just start realizing, besides the outside chatter, an interview. This is what happens, bro. They tried to make me a preacher. I've preached before, a rapper. Uh, I'm a conversationalist, an orator. So when you know your gift is to talk, I got into podcasting first by doing streams, just talking. So when you sit down and talk, you automatically thinking, okay, it's time for me to use my skill of speaking. But in the interview, it's more about listening than it is talking. And,
yeah.
I'm realizing that more and more.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you talk very well, bro, for sure, man. Cause shit, you had niggas in the black box in tune, man, for real though.
Word of the day.
And that's how, man, for real though. You expand people vocabularies and everything, man, for real though. I didn't got a few words from the black box shit, for
That's right.
real though.
Man, that conversation has so many arms. I don't have no sympathy for what Diddy's going through, especially once I seen that video of Cassie getting slung like a rag doll, kicked in her ass. And I've been
Fucked
next to
up.
Cassie. One time I was at Power 106, and the way they do, when you want to try to get your record added to the programming list on the radio station, Power 106, it's a certain day a week where they allow artists to come in and play their record for the DJs. So at one time I went to do this, I was there with Mac 10 and Cassie. It's not like I got to know Cassie or anything, but I spent the better of 15, 20 minutes in a small room just getting the idea of how petite and fragile she is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to see this dude do her like that, man,
Man.
hey, let whatever come this way, bro. I don't give a That's my sis, man. I reached out to Jag a few years back when I realized that she had a similar background as far as religion as I did. So I was already attracted to her content, kind of keeping up, catching her here and there. And at one particular time, she was live. I got an impression. She said nothing related to being a Seventh-day Adventist. It was a spiritual inclination that I had watched at this point hours and hours of Jaguar Wright's lives over the couple of years. And this one particular day, something told me, man, she's Seventh-day Adventist. And I had this strong feeling, and then 3 minutes later, within that live, she revealed she was Seventh-day Adventist. Fucked me up, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
The things that we all seen her struggle with as far as her mental health, I have some of my most dear people in my life struggle with that. So I know just because someone has certain issues, it does not disqualify them from being my loved one. So I know how to look past all the bullshit and tap in to the sincerity and the truth that does dwell within Jag. And I support her, man. I got her back. I can't co-sign everything she say, but
Yeah.
I got her back. And if I'm around, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to her. Definitely, but she's been declaring it dangerous from day one. Everybody else might now start considering it dangerous, but she's been saying that she was going on a campaign that she considers life-threatening and dangerous way before everybody's paying attention to her.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I know this. I don't believe she's concerned about anything, any danger touching her head that her creator does not endorse.
Oh, that's deep.
Shout out to Wolfgang too. She in good hands right now. I appreciate the person that's handling her career from day to day. My boy Wolfgang. He a native from out here, from where I'm from, and he see things similar to the way I see them.
Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy because Busta Rhymes also was someone that grew up to some extent Seventh-day Adventist. So I knew that for years before meeting Busta Rhymes, and I was always eager to meet him in order to discuss that. But different than it was with Jaguar, when I finally met Busta Rhymes and mentioned it, he didn't seem to be too pleased that I brought that up.
Oh damn. So you heard the what his bodyguard said about him?
Hell yeah, I heard it.
Man, what you think about that?
I think that's disgusting.
Man, you think it might be true?
Yes. I reverse think like this. Why would the bodyguard pick Busta Rhymes out of all people to make up that detailed story about him? Why? Now give me any why that makes sense, and then I'll start considering it maybe not being true. Man, I think Busta Rhymes needs to sit down and shut the fuck up. You're amazing in the booth, amazing on the microphone. But some people don't know what they're good at, what they're great at, and what they probably should leave alone. And speaking up in crisis moments, when trying to put out some type of concern for the diddler and things of that nature is not anything he should have found himself doing, bro. So Busta Rhymes might need to just stick to the bars, cuz cold on the bars.
Yeah, I definitely seen that, man. That interview, when they asked him about him, he did not seem right, man, for real.
Man, he couldn't even look the interviewer or the camera in the eyes. He looking all off into space, and then as he gives his opinion, he suggests that everybody else needs to keep their opinion to themselves as he's giving his. Man, shut up.
Man, for real though, I ain't gonna lie. Certain stuff, man, you can't defend nobody against. And man, Diddy allegations is some of that stuff, man.
What is he saying about? We don't know what we talking about when we all saw the tape.
Man, and yeah, man, it's rumored that the tapes is getting sold to the ultra rich right now.
Yeah, but that's beyond that. All I needed to see was the hotel footage, bro, of that Black Queen. I'm sure I've heard Busta Rhymes use the phrase Black Queen from the podium before and speak with so much respect for our sisters. So whether they want to say Cassie is fully black or not, she's categorized as a queen amongst us and in hip hop R&B. So why do we have to be silent about someone who treated her that way? Why is that not enough for us to say fuck what Diddy going through?
Facts. I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie. Shit. I ain't gonna lie. I think they like coming after him though. He got people coming after him, but I don't think he innocent though. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't care about if he innocent or not. I don't give a fuck about it the way he did that young lady. So whatever happened to him, so what?
Yeah, that nigga probably in there violating niggas right now. We think he the one getting violated. He in there violating niggas.
No, see, you gotta understand. Nah, he ain't violent. Man, they got some boys in there that like to tussle.
Man.
Winner takes all.
Man, that's a fool with it.
Oh man, that's what No Jumper do, bro. I was glad, that it happened. So I had something to react to that day, get a little traction for the day.
Yeah, for sure. So
if anybody letting No Jumper affect the way they actually feel, they have the problem. No Jumper for me is something that if you're looking at it for anything other than fun, you're gonna have a problem, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with everybody that's cool with me.
That's what's up. Hey, that's what I say all the time. I fuck with me, man. That's that for real though.
Definitely Brick said some shit that I definitely feel like he didn't have to say, but I don't think Brick really want a problem with me. Like I know he know I don't want a problem with him. But I think he's caught up right now as an individual in a space that to where he got a lot going on, bro. And I don't think he's really interested in slowing down and focusing on me enough to get that right. So I watch what the homie going through. I wish him the best. I love you. All our life we hear about, the thing is doing what you like to do for a living. And it's another version of that. Chopping it up, having quality conversation with people that like to think and express themselves, minus a lot of ignorance, is something I enjoy. And if that could be a way for me to sustain a livelihood, I love it. Nah, I ducked the drama. The drama that I got involved with was intentional too. You know, I picked on Ho No Honey. He didn't pick on me.
For sure. I ain't
The
gonna lie.
only nigga started some shit with me was 600. But see, Wack could never affect me because his whole existence is trying to pretend to be one of me. He want to be one of us so bad. So
Man,
there's no way he can replace me in no category because he is trying to pretend to be me. He's a fraudulent version of an LA Compton gangbang.
man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even listen to Whack, man.
Me
For
either.
real.
His voice irritates me to the pits of my soul.
Man, all that nigga do is speak on other niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, I don't know why everybody listen to him because all he do is have other niggas' names in his mouth all
You
the
know,
time.
but he don't never talk about no niggas from Pacoima, no niggas from North Hollywood, no niggas from Van Nuys. He don't talk about the San Fernando Valley at all. It's
Man,
cracking out there. They got niggas out there in the streets, gangs, drugs, whores, politics. He don't never talk about that. He and everybody else hood business.
man,
And guess what? This is what people don't realize. He only know this shit because he heard it.
man,
So
facts.
he's ultimately gossiping, talking about what somebody told him about what's going on in somebody else's neck of the woods, trying to
Man.
push himself as an expert on the subject.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, how much info he come up with, I don't think he have time to get nothing else. Cause he be acting like he got a whole paragraph on niggas. I ain't gonna even lie.
But all he got is what he heard, bro. So he
Man,
spent all this time listening to what other niggas got to say about other niggas.
man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I can't even get with that kind of content. I
That
ain't even
don't that
gonna
don't that don't sound like millionaire activities. His real problem
nah.
is his wife whooped him for 60% in that motherfucking divorce.
Oh damn. So whack paper probably ain't the same.
Ain't no probably, bro. Quit using certain words to not classify what I'm saying as facts over feelings, bro. I don't understand why Reggie just don't stand on it, bro. I don't know what Wack got over Reggie. I didn't see Wack be extremely disrespectful to Reggie to where I didn't even like it on phone calls. One time it's a phone call out there with him, Mob James, and Reggie on the phone. And he showed no loyalty. He's disrespectful. I don't know why Reggie go for that. I think he must know some of Reggie's secrets. He has said as much. Wagner
Yeah,
said Reggie ain't gonna go against me because he gonna have to do some explaining. I know everything. I have no idea, bro.
man,
There's no way, I'm not no expert on that situation from that end. The things that I'm an expert on that situation is from a whole nother end. And it ain't got nothing to do with solving a crime or none of that or putting them pieces together.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know a
yeah.
lot
I
of shit
feel you.
that nobody knows that all these people talking about it.
Damn, that's what's up.
Down to the South Side Compton. I grew up over there, man. Like my mother had 3 sisters, and one of them just happened to live in Southside Hood since the 70s. She had boys. Walk out on her porch, you can see South Park. So after school, it was either at her house or my grandmama's house. So I grew up with Baby Lane before he was calling himself just Orlando.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's my history over there. So I'm kind of familiar with the ins and outs of a lot of shit they saying. And I realize a lot of what's going on the internet is just that. It's internet talk. I would have to say Beautiful because of the impression it made on everybody else. Uh, EC more recently. And if I had to pick a third, I don't know, the third might change if I pick one right now at some point, but just not to drag it out, I'm gonna just say 97 Ways.
All right, all right. Yeah, them slappers for sure right there. I fuck with them for sure.
Good looking.
Hell yeah.
Up until recent years, it's been Ice Cube, but I think I got to give Nipsey a mention every time I discuss this because he didn't get a chance to finish what he was doing. But currently, it's Mozzie, bro.
Mozzie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You got one of the hardest Nip songs out there. I ain't gonna lie. Real talk.
Thanks to the QA Christ, good looking Nip, and you know you want line, you can count on me, Crip.
Yeah, man, for real. Shit, I heard you and Fat Joe beef kind of resurfaced online, man. I seen something about that, man.
Man,
Shit, you and
it ain't never been on me and Fat Joe beef. Fat Joe had a beef with 50 Cent. Therefore, he had a beef with G Unit. I was a member of G Unit. So that was the beef.
that's what's up. I just seen it surface or something on Panda or something, you
I'm
know
gonna
what
shout to
I'm
Panda
saying?
Chop. Yeah, he just
So
remixed that's just him doing his thing.
yeah, so you and Joe cool though?
I don't know cuz like that. I ain't never been around that nigga. I ain't never really had a problem with him. This shit ain't personal, bro. When you put on your fatigues and jump out the helicopter with the boots on the ground, it's not about having a personal problem. You're going to get the ops. Fat Joe was an op in a war of a sense in a time past.
But what's up with the clothing line though, man? The Baymax shit.
I'm glad you mentioned that, man. We got a new line coming up in 3 days. Go to baymaxstreetwear.com. I know the weather is changing, so we got the new hoodies, the old designs coming back up. We did a lot of t-shirts recently, so baymaxstreetwear.com is being active. It's always active. Go grab that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, shit. I was trying to grab a hat out that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker wasn't in stock, man.
Oh man, we back in stock.
Hell yeah, one of the black snapbacks, man. You know what I
No,
mean?
well, if it say not in stock, all you gotta do is send a private message and just show them what you want. They get it to you.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, I was supposed to do that shit, but shit, I be procrastinating. I ain't gonna lie.
If you really
But
want it, you'll get to it, man.
yeah, hell yeah, shit. I know I can hit you up, man. Shit, for sure. But shit, I'm gonna wind this shit down, man. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you got any last words, man, for the interview, man?
Yeah, my last words is, man, salute to the Bay Bomber, my nigga. I seen you start your channel, man. I'm proud of you. You killed it on the
Appreciate
feature, man. I'm gonna just say, don't get caught with your jaws down.
you. Appreciate you, my nigga. One
Likewise,
nigga, favorite Loke, Spider Loke, man.
Death Doe.
Appreciate you for the interview, man. For real though,
Easy call, loved one.
on the real.